Hello, and welcome to what I hope will be the first in a series of podcasts looking at the work carried out in the voluntary sector. In the coming weeks and months, I'll be looking at community groups and organisations across Scotland, talking to the individuals who help run them, and looking at the help and opportunities they offer to those living within their catchment areas. The hopes and aims behind this series of podcasts is to share best practice and ideas for the benefit of those who work in the sector and for those who access it, and to highlight awareness to those who may not even be aware of its existence. There will also be an opportunity to look at the work carried out by those individuals in our local communities who go above and beyond to help others through their charity work, not necessarily by simply raising money, but by dedicating time to make a positive impact to the lives of others. Joining me to help co-host will be my 10-year-old daughter, Heather. Say hello to the listeners, Heather.
Hello everyone, and thank you for listening.
Now, the reason you're joining me today is that in October 2022, you were awarded a British Citizens Award, and you are now an ambassador for the award. Can you tell the listeners how this all came about?
Well, during lockdown, I wasn't the easiest person to get along with. The longer lockdown went on, the more boredom set in. There were more and more arguments with my parents, and it wasn't always the most pleasant of atmospheres to be living in. One day, I was watching TV and I saw someone making a bird feeder out of a cup, saucer, and some ribbon. It looked dead easy to do, and I asked my mum if I could make one, to which she said yes. We bought some cups and saucers from a charity shop, and I made several of them, one for our own garden and several others for family members. I had already been making little charms I called Little Lockdown Angels. These were made using beads from old broken necklaces.
And it was around this time that you did your first ever craft fair.
Yes. My mum asked me if I'd like to try selling them at a craft fair, which excited me, as I thought it would be a great way of raising money for charity. I remember my dad telling me not to get too excited, as you had been along at craft fairs with my mum before and she hadn't sold a single item. And what happened? I sold out. I sold over 60 bird feeders that day. It was incredible. The local community came out in force to support me in my efforts. It did help that my mum had flooded the local Facebook pages to drum up my support. Words got out about what I was doing and people started to contact my mum to offer OT sets for free to allow me to do more. The community really got behind me. Charity shops in my area also started helping me by giving me tea sets and necklaces. They also gave me t-shirts that they couldn't sell, which I cut up, braided, and made into dog toys. From offcuts of fencing, my dad was making wooden bird feeders, which I painted. We weren't just raising money for charity, but recycling unwanted items at the same time. I've lost count of the amount of craft fairs I've done now, but it must be into double figures.
You mentioned that you raised money for charity. Is there a charity in particular that you support?
I raised money for dementia services, in particular the Purple Angels, for which I'm also an ambassador.
Now, I'm guessing there are a few listeners out there who have never heard of the Purple Angels. Can you tell us a little bit about them?
Purple Angels are a UK dementia charity. One of the things they do is supply MP3 players to individuals living with dementia. The MP3 players can be preloaded with music requested before being posted out. The MP3 players are free. Even the postage is free. I love listening to music, and it has been shown that listening to music is of benefit to those living with dementia, as musical memories remain accessible for longer than any other memories. It can also provide joy and comfort to the listener. They also run memory cafes and a day centre. If you want to find out more about Purple Angels, details will appear on the screen at the end of this podcast.
When we think of charity work, It's easy to think that it's all about raising money, but sometimes it's simply about dedicating your time to do something to help someone. Can you tell the listeners about some of the other things you've been up to?
Sure. I've went into care homes to do chair exercises with the elderly and carried out online sessions over Zoom. I've even done 2 big events, Captainton 100 and another for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, where both times I've been joined by over 150 care homes. The Captainton 100 was done live over YouTube. I don't know how we got away with it, but we managed to pull it off. Very stressful for all of us. When we did the Queen's Platinum Jubilee event, we decided to do a video and premiere it on YouTube so everyone could still join in at the same time. Along with the help of my mum and dad, we dedicated our time to put on the events. The care homes that joined us had the opportunity to raise money themselves by raising sponsorship money for the residents who joined in with us. We even created posters for the events and provided sponsorship forms. For the Queen's Platinum Jubilee event, we were able to provide templates for making crowns and bunting. Last year, I went out with my parents on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day to deliver meals to the elderly or in need. My mum and I dressed up as elves and my dad was dressed as Santa. It was really good fun to do, but we did get some strange looks. It did put a smile on the faces of those we visited though. We've also went out at Easter and Halloween to visit care homes and those in need to drop off some goodies donated by organisations such as Patterson's, Canucks and Iron Brew. On a Saturday afternoon, I also do some volunteering with a charity called the Sporting Aces, who are a sport-based community charity working with adults, young people and children who have a range of physical, learning and communication difficulties. I've been volunteering with them for over a year now.
What exactly do you do at the Sporting Aces?
I basically just help assist and support everyone in any way I can. So, if someone has sight problems, I can take their hand and help guide them in whatever activity it is that we're doing at that time. Because I'm only 10, they can relate to me better, and I can get them to join in at times when adults can struggle.
Is there anything else that you do that you would like to add?
Well, I'm a qualified rookie lifeguard, and from time to time, I do some promotional work for the Royal Lifesaving Society UK. I'm also a St Andrews First Aid Cadet. There's lots of other things I've done over the last 2 years, too much to mention.
So, it's through all your charity work that you've carried out that's led to you receiving a British Citizens Award, or to be precise, a British Citizen Youth Award.
Yes, I received the award because of the charity work I've done.
And you now have letters after your name.
Yes, I can use the letters BCYA after my name.
Now, because I'm your dad, I know how your nomination came about. While we were visiting number 10 Downing Street for a garden party, I got talking to a gentleman by the name of Wayne Devlin. Turns out Wayne is an ambassador, having received his British Citizens Award in July 2022. I just happened to get chatting with Wayne, and he quickly started talking about the award and how you were a prime candidate. It was him that nominated you. Why don't you tell the listeners where the award ceremony took place and what happened on the day?
The award ceremony took place at the Palace of Westminster in a very fancy room, with the windows opening up onto the Thames with the London Eye on the other side. We were all sat at big round tables and served afternoon tea along with some foods. Once the ceremony was over, we got the chance to mingle with each other and take pictures. Afterwards, everyone that received the awards went on an open-top double-decker bus for a tour around London. On the outside of the bus, there were big banners telling everyone that we had all received the award.
And what happened on the bus?
I fell asleep. I missed most of it. I was exhausted due to travelling down to London from Glasgow. Who knows, maybe I'll get to do it again. I've been asked back down to the Palace of Westminster to give a speech at the next award ceremony in October, because of the role I carry out as an ambassador.
At the beginning of this podcast, I said that going forward we would be looking at community groups, and organisations across Scotland, talking to the individuals who help run them, and looking at the help and opportunities they offer to those living within their catchment areas. That there would also be an opportunity to look at the work carried out by those individuals in our local communities who go above and beyond to help others through their charity work, not necessarily by simply raising money, but by dedicating time to make a positive impact to others. This is where you as an ambassador for the award come in. Recently, you've been connecting in with volunteer groups and community organisations across Scotland, attending events to promote the benefits of charity work by people of all ages and the British Citizens Award itself. Both you and I will be looking to talk to various individuals and groups to find out what they do, how they do it, why they do it, and to highlight the fantastic work of some of the unsung heroes out there who make a difference to others on a day-to-day basis, and who knows, might be worthy of not just being nominated for a British Citizens Award, but might just receive one themselves. Hopefully we've managed to whet your appetite and will join us in our new adventures. If you would like to stay up to date with our podcasts as they're produced, then please hit the subscribe button. It'd be great to read some of your comments as well, so please take a few minutes to leave us your feedback. And if you would like to get involved with our podcasts, please get in touch using the contact details that will come up on the screen shortly. Till next time, bye for now from me, Gary Bryson.
And me, Heather Bryson, BCYA.